So this is the El Rapido. Out of all the models we sell at Van Moss, we've been selling this one the longest, but we've definitely been modifying it each year. Originally, we sold this with V-brakes with a steel frame about 5 years ago. You still see them kicking around now, but they've definitely gotten much, much better. So the El Rapido, 26 by 1.95 wheels. We've got hydraulic disc brakes, Tektro at the front there. Really important to be aware of the hydraulic disc brakes because there's a lot of bikes that look similar to this in the Australian market, and most of them have V-brakes or mechanical disc brakes. So those hydraulic disc brakes are really great to have. It means you have way less maintenance on your brakes. I've also seen people with mechanical disc brakes get really lazy and they ride their bikes around for ages and see that the brakes are starting to get looser and looser, intend to tighten them but just don't come around to doing it, and then it gets quite dangerous. So I love the fact that this entry-level e-bike does have hydraulic disc brakes. Really, really important. Front suspension, also a great factor. We brought that in about 2 years ago, haven't looked back. We got a throttle which you can turn on and off. So when you buy it, it will be deactivated. You can just activate it by pressing the red button right there. Easy step through frame, nice light bike, sits around 24, 25 kilos. That's about 22 without the battery. We've got suspension seat posts, which we love. So we got front suspension and a suspension seat post. You're just bouncing to and from. Height-wise, you'd want to be about 5'1" or taller to be able to ride this bike. Worst case scenario is that you're lower than that or smaller than that. What we can do is just give you an extra seat post. You can just pop that on there. It will get rid of the suspension and then it can drop down another couple inches, so you'll be all right as long as you're taller than 4'9". So we'll pop that in there. With the battery, we've got a Samsung battery. Comes in 10.4 amp hours or 13 amp hours. You just pull the battery out like that, easy peasy. Once you want to charge it, you just charge it in this little section right there. Take about 4 to 5 hours to charge from empty to full. The 10.4 amp hours is going to get you about 30 to 40 Ks on one charge, whereas the 13 is going to get you to about 40 to 50, again depending on how heavy the rider is, how steep the hill is, and how much throttle you're using, essentially. So really comfy bike, great specs on it. The rear motor is a Bafang motor, 250 watt. We've had great success with Bafang. They've been super reliable, really easy to replace. If you did have to replace, we just send you a rear wheel with the motor and then you could swap them out. I've had to replace very few so far. The El Rapido, there's a lot of bikes like this on the market, but at this price point with all these specs, it's super competitive. We've got 5 levels of pedal assist. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got integrated rear light and front light. So you press the front light just like this up the front on the screen, and the rear light is just a button here. You've got 2 options. You've got just a bright red or a flashing red. So far the Kenda tyres have been really reliable for us. We see very few flats. We found that the Tektro hydraulic disc brakes have been super handy, very low maintenance. Overall, comfort-wise, the Rapido is a really comfy bike. We sell a lot of these to retailers all around Australia, and we find that once we get one into their shop, they're very keen on getting more. Because when you test ride this bike, you can feel how comfortable it is straight away. That throttle can be really handy when you activate it as well to get you really climbing up hills, especially if you're stationary on a steep hill and you want to go, you can just activate that throttle. Overall, the El Rapido, it's been a great seller. You can Pick them up pretty much anywhere around Australia. Really easy bike to assemble, super comfortable. We've heard nothing but good things about the El Rapido. Check out the reviews on it. We love this bike. I'm sure you're going to love it too. Any questions, let us know.